my name is Sabrina. Right now I'm with Jenny Silber, the Community Director of Voyager HQ. Her role allows her to provide feedback, held events, build mentorship with more than 1,500 members of Voyager HQ.
I got a degree in intercultural communication from the University of Connecticut. After that, I moved to New Jersey to work at Travel Weekly, Travel Age West, and Business Travel News as a sales assistant. They do a bunch of B2B events, big conferences for mostly agents and suppliers, so I ended up doing a lot of logistics for those events, essentially. So that was how I kind of like cut my teeth in the events world. I moved to Manhattan and came to Voyager HQ through a friend who told me about it.
What's your typical workday like?
We have a co-working space, that we're filming in right now. So most of my time is spent in the space. The interesting thing about Voyager is that, so just to preface, we're a community for startups in the travel, tourism, and hospitality. We're built a lot like a lot of the startups that we work with. We have 6 full-time team members. So it's very lean, and we're bootstrappers just like everyone else. A lot of my days are spent here running the space.
Did you always know you wanted to go to travel and tech industry?
No.
Yes,
Travel, no. Tech, definitely no.
Consider Voyager HQ as a tech travel space or just travel space?
100%, I absolutely do consider it a tech travel space.
Okay.
I was and am really interested in media, communications, journalism. So the idea of going to work at a travel magazine after college was super exciting for me. Here, I really didn't anticipate getting into tech at all. And I give our managing director a lot of credit for hiring me with like less than no experience in tech.
What are the challenges you face as a community director, especially when you're a woman? We love that question.
Okay.
Just be open.
It's challenging to attempt to create really personalized experiences for a community of over 1,500 people. I would say that's the hardest part of my job. There's just not enough hours in the day to do that many intros, but I do try. The travel industry is, in a lot of sectors, it's dominated by women, but on the C-level, and especially in tech, it's obviously a space that is more dominated by men. Little challenges and things that feel like discouraging in your everyday life, and you'll often feel outnumbered. The most important first step to combating it is to talk about it more. It's really important to speak to the men that you work with and trust about these types of issues.
I used to be a community manager, so I know sometimes can be 24/7 job.
Yes.
How do you practice self-care?
A couple of years I was here, it was kind of like I was so excited to be here and loved it so much. I was like a dog chasing a squirrel. I never wanted to stop working. And of course, I still love it, but I'm starting to get better at doing other things on the side, like sleeping, sometimes exercising. The thing that I love to do to reset, though, is going to other community events outside of the Voyager sphere. Fresh by the ideas that I get from those other communities. It's so great for perspective to be in an environment where nobody has heard of Voyager HQ.
What advice do you have for aspiring women to enter the travel and tech industry?
I think in travel it's important to try to break through those upper level barriers, and travel as an industry is getting much better about it. One of the great things about my role is being able to have a little bit of control over that and giving women a space in this industry. We did an event last January that highlighted women entrepreneurs in the community.
Fun question, which is the fireside chat. What are 3 things that you always bring when you travel?
I always bring at least like 10 pairs of shoes because you never know what situations you're gonna get in when you're traveling. Water bottle for being on the plane. Bring a bag of almonds for a plane snack. Business cards because I always I always forget them. The big thing that I would love to talk about is our event series that we're launching. It's called Dot Events. Voyager HQ hosts a bunch of different events for travel entrepreneurs in the community at large. Almost anyone who's involved in the travel industry can get involved in the community, putting up chapters in cities all over the world. We're hosting a conference at the end of May. It's called the Travel Disruption Summit, a conference for technologists and industry leaders in travel and startups, of course. Create content that's extremely curated to every single attendee. Each person who attends the conference gets seated at a table that's focused on their subject area, and they're seated with 10 other people who are specifically placed in those seats for optimal connections.
Optimal connection.
Thanks, Sabrina.
If you have any questions, please share them in the comments below. Thank you. You're the greatest.